All right, Life Loving the Grind. I want to thank shout out to Tom Hartman. I appreciate him coming on. You know, America's our #1 progressive leading voice in the media. And now with us, we have Cynthia Borbas, chair of the Democratic Party of DuPage.
Hey guys.
And kind of running this whole amazing gala. We're all dressed up. Everyone's looking nice.
We did a little switcheroo.
You got a little switch? We had a little trade out from Raza to my right hand.
Definitely an upgrade.
Definitely an upgrade, always.
Oh, I knew I liked you, Cynthia, for some reason.
So Cynthia Borbas got elected back in April of 2019.
February.
What's February?
February 27th.
February.
It was a cold February evening.
It's been over a year, and now we're here. We're in coming live from Drury Lane. So tell us what's been going on for the last year, some of the exciting stuff.
So in the last year, we have really been knocked over backwards by our amazing DuPage Democrats. We have hundreds of people that are active in this organization. And because of their hard work, we will have a record number of elected PCs in 2020. For the first time ever, we will have every single ballot, every single position in the general election. We'll have a Democrat running in DuPage County, all 42 races. We worked so hard that not a single one of our candidates was even challenged on their ballot petitions for the first time in DuPage in a long time. And so even more than that, people are really dialed in and understand what's at stake in this election and are really excited to have the opportunity to fight for their neighborhoods, fight for the community, and fight for their country. So we are just rocking it. Like, the energy is there. We know what we need to do, and the DuPage Dems are ready to do it.
We're 18 days away from a very tough primary.
Yes.
At March 17th. Make sure it's St. Patrick's Day. Before you go to a bar or a pub, you make sure to go and vote. Sorry, what do you have to say? As an elected trustee,
who was also a Democrat, although it was a municipal election, we didn't have to declare the party. I ran as a Democrat through and through. You know what? We have a handful of days remaining, so this comes full circle. The fact that we have a gala coming, we have a lot of elected officials walking through the door as we speak. I mean, the ambiance here is intoxicating in the sense that you want to come out here and you want to make a difference, right? Not just at this gala, but out on the streets. We have numerous amounts of people going door to door, knocking like crazy, engaging all of our elected people as well as the voters out there. So
that's right.
This is huge. And you know what? Matt, kudos to you, Cynthia. And let me tell you why. Because it hasn't been done up until now that we are filled D, top to bottom, on the ballot. And it takes a lot of work to go out there, find those right candidates, make sure that those are the right people that you want to get into those seats against the Republicans that have been kind of coming up behind us in the DuPage County. So,
and let me tell you, not only do we have candidates in every position, we have a ton of primaries. And we have every single candidate that is on the ballot in 2020 has my utmost respect for stepping up to run, and we will proudly get behind all of them,
Well, I know our viewers can't see it, but we're sitting here live from Drury Lane in Oak Brook Terrace with about 450 Democrats. I'm telling you right now, if you're not a Democrat, you're going to want to be one after this, because this is a great event. We have it every year. It keeps growing. This is a huge night. We have Tom Hartman as the keynote speaker. And it's kudos to you, Cynthia. I know you and your team of people, but, it's a lot of work that goes into this. I don't know how many people really know and see how much goes behind the Democratic Party and the change from being, like I told Tom Hartman, the reddest county to now 2020, we're going to be blue.
Right. We will be blue.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We got a judge elected last year. Now we have 4 open seats. We have 2 primary positions for that going. I mean, this is fantastic. The fact that even people want to put their hat in the ring after what we have been kicked under, took us for
decades. I've lived in DuPage for decades, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. The fact that people are putting their hat in the ring just to make sure that they are going to get elected. And I wholeheartedly feel it. I keep seeing numerous friends walking by.
Yeah.
This is an amazing night.
It is.
Kudos to you and your
and the amazing events team. Yeah. And you know what? We don't even have just people running. I think it's really important to understand we have people who are qualified to run, people that will make a difference in the office, and people that can win. You need all 3 of those things when you're running for office, and we have that at every single position. And again, I think the fact that we're having this gala before the primary, before we know who our nominees are, and everyone is here, even primary opponents, and everyone is here and willing to step up and do what's right and is unified already. That, as soon as the primary is done, I know here in DuPage, and what I believe will happen throughout the country is the Democratic Party will unite because of what's at stake. And because actually we've always been on the right side of issues and the right side of history. And it's time for us to step up. And so it's just really exciting to be here with all our friends.
You can't see the room, but it's filled with elected officials, people running from top to bottom.
Right.
It's incredible to see. And like you said, not only qualified, some of them are overly qualified. They're all excited. They all want to make a name for themselves, and they all want to do great things for the county.
That's right.
One of the things, as any good family has it, right? There have been some divides, there have been some uprisings between our own. But I think, again, super kudos to you because you have been able to kind of bridge that gap and pull everybody together and make sure that you are going to get Democrats elected at the end of the day through and through. So, great mad props to you. Great event, good planning. So tell us a little bit about where you see the next few months. That's kind of the strategy into coming into the election.
So everyone gets one day off on March 18th to take a nap.
That's it.
Yeah, one day, then right back to work. So the goal of the party starting after the primary is to really solidify and unify behind our candidates, right? And one of the things that's really important is, of course, messaging, to really solidify like how we're going to go out and attack. But what we'll be doing through the spring and the summer is really outreach, is reaching out to candidates, is reaching out to communities, it's reaching out to union officials. Guys, we're really popular. All the people keep coming up to the table to talk to us. So we're live. And so if I look distracted, I'm not like, I'm La La Land. But we're
we have some elected officials walking in the room. We have congressmen. I think Bill Foster just kind of walked by. So a couple other people, as they come through, they will continue to engage us. But I promise we will bring them back as soon as Cynthia gets
That's right. So we are focused on outreach, right? We're focused on making sure that our natural allies and the people we claim to fight for have not only a voice at the table, but are a leader in our party. So we plan to increase our outreach. We'd be doing identifying and persuading voters in the summer, right? That's where we go and we talk to people. We get everyone lined up. We are coordinating with campaigns already from Durban on down, and then hopefully our presidential candidate, including DCCC, Senate Dems, DPI, really that coordinated effort so we're as efficient as possible, and then really have a lot of speaker series and training series to really get people active and energized. And then October starts, get out the vote, and then November 3rd, we turn DuPage blue.
And then we celebrate on the 4th.
That's right. One day off. Because then there's municipals in 2021.
Exactly. And I can't stress enough the importance of voting. Everyone watching, please go out and vote. Vote from top to bottom. Turn that ballot over.
It's critical.
Many times you got to do it. If you're living in Cook County, Lord knows, I know there's 300 people running. DuPage is a lot. Please get out and make sure you vote.
And if you say, hey, Cynthia, I don't know who all the candidates are. I don't know where my polling location is. I don't know where I can early vote. Go to DuPage.com. It has all the information you need, including candidate profiles, links to all their websites. You can get your sample ballots. So vote DuPage.com.
Well, that's not the only thing. Cynthia is pretty reachable, so if you message her on Facebook, she will reply.
We'll make sure to blast her cell phone out to everybody. But if you're in DuPage Democrats, there's an office, there's a website, there's Facebook page. Please reach out, come out, get active.
Yes. And we really want everyone to it's not, no organization, no campaign is one person. We're a family, like you said. And at the end of the day, we come together because we share the values of fighting for economic justice, civil rights, and the environment. So we're very accessible. Please reach out. We want to be better. We want to be pushed, and we want your involvement. So.
Tell us a little bit about minority outreach that you're planning on putting together.
And so, can I say? So just so you know, so Sarah is stepping up to be one of our chairs of outreach, and we are very excited for that. And as we talked about, of course, minority outreach is critical. As a party, you look around, there's so many amazing people, but it doesn't represent, what DuPage looks like. It doesn't represent who we claim to fight for and are fighting for. But to truly do that, we need those people at the table, and we need them in leadership. And so not only is it outreach to minorities, is it outreach to different religions, but it's community groups. You know what I'm saying? It's seniors, it's people with disabilities, it's youth. So our outreach, as Sarah and I have talked about, is really reaching out to all our natural allies, whether it's a union, whether it's grassroots groups, whether it's a moms groups, whether it's a Islamic Foundation, the AME Church, reaching out to these groups, not just to show up and say, hey, vote for Democrats, cause, it's really, but do vote for Democrats.
But we give the facts on why.
Right, but also to ask them to help us be a better party and help us, help lead us. That's what we're trying to do.
Cynthia and I talked a little bit about this. I don't know if I've totally sold her for the slogan, but the dignity of life. And
I love it.
I keep bringing up this. We are fighting for the dignity of life. What it means to live out here, what it means to function out here, what it means to raise our little ones out here in this community, making sure that we are harboring those American hardcore values. And that is what Democrats stand for, and that is what we need to fight for. And having that representation across the board on every single platform really, really helps. I mean, because these are your lawmakers. These are the people who are going to be putting what it is that's going to be coming into your schools, coming into your neighborhoods, what will be on all of our lips, right? So getting like-minded people elected who look like you, who feel like you, who are representing you, and fight for the same things as you is very important.
It is. And representation matters. And it matters in the party, it matters in government. But when you think about the county board, for example, a lot of times people don't know what that means. What does the county board do? But if you want, clean, safe air and water, if you want good roads, if you want, senior services, you want our veterans taken care of at the county level, we need Democrats on those boards. You want people who share your values. But the way that happens is us engaging the voters. And the way that happens is the outreach. And that's exactly what we are planning to do, bigger and better than ever. And your dignity to life goes perfect with dignity to work, which I believe in truly.
And it's all on Life, Love, and the Grind.
There you go.
You're hearing it here first every week.
Every week. And on Sundays at 3 p.m. on WCPT.
No, so what else? So, like I say, I can't say enough. This is an incredible night. We're coming to you live from Drury Lane in Oak Brook Terrace. 400, 500 people. They're all pouring in. It's a great event. Like I said, if you're not voting, if you're not a Democrat, you're going to want to be one after tonight because it's an exciting event. Cynthia, we want to thank you for all that you do. I know
thank you guys.
To handle. It's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes from top to bottom. And this is just a small thing that we do, and it's every year, and one of maybe numerous fundraisers that we have every year to help this Democratic Party grow.
But also, we'll have a lot of free events too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to have some a free picnic, and we'll have free speaker series. So this is a fundraiser, of course, because we need some money to do what we need to do. But
where does this money go to? How do you?
That's an excellent idea. So it goes to beautiful billboards. No, just kidding. So what we do with this money is this is the money that helps us fund our ability to print off walk lists, to send mailers, to give stamps to our PCs who are writing letters. Of course. Always union bugs. I always union bugs. Even business cards. Everything's got a union bug. So it really goes to fund the effort of that informational exchange with the voters, because at the party's role, right? We're not the campaigns, right? The party's role is really to help Democrats get on the ballot, identify and persuade Democratic voters, get Democratic voters out to the ballot to vote, and then to actually help with election protection, with like poll watching and election judges. And so the funds that we raise help us do all that, because that's a big information push, right? It's a big information push to the voters, whether you're funding phone banks or letters or mailers or literature, right? That's all the information that we need to get to them so they can be an informed voter, right? Or whether it's getting recruiting people into the party or recruiting election judges. Again, that's another contact. There's resources behind that. Even just things like envelopes. When you have thousands and thousands of envelopes that you're going to put information in, like, you need to buy that. When you have stamps, because you need to mail into apartments because you can't always phone bank in or walk to all those, you need to be able to get the information there, right? So that's the type of things that we fund. It's really that grassroots effort.
How do you do this? Every single time I talk to you,
I don't sleep a lot.
You have children.
I do.
You have a husband that is an angel, by the way.
He is an angel.
He is an
Chris
angel.
Borbas is an angel.
Yes, he
I have an IT consulting business. Yes.
Yeah, with so much energy, with so much pep. Just how do you do this? What even got you involved in the party to begin with? And again, how do you have time to not like sleep and drive?
So I got involved in 2008 when Obama was running. I was pregnant with my youngest, and all I could do at that point was virtual phone banking and, donating. And so in 2013, my littlest started kindergarten, and so January 2014, I was like, hey, I want to get involved in the party. I found out there was something called the township, which is the most localized unit of government. And I found out, I lived in Wayne Township, and I reached out, and it was actually my friends Martin McManaman and Nasser Jahangir. They brought me in the party, and since January 2014, I've been involved heavily with the DuPage Dems and the Wayne Township Dems. So I've only been the chair of DuPage Dems for a year, but I've been involved of the party for 6 years. And I will tell you this, what gives me energy, especially in the last few years, is the absolute critical need that we step up and do what's right for our country. In the summer of 2015, I made a bet with Martin McManaman, a keg of Guinness, that Donald Trump would be the next president, because I could see the writing on the wall. So you still owe me that keg, Martin. Yeah. And I was terrified. And because this man, who does not represent our country, who has emboldened the unpatriotic right, who doesn't believe in the rule of law, the Constitution, who is, soliciting bribes, is criminal activity. But worse than that is destroying the soul of our nation, right? Like what our children learn from the president is something we should not be proud of. What he's done to our court system, what he's done to our legislative system, what he's done to destroy the checks and balances in this country is not awesome. And so why I have this energy is because I feel that we must have this energy. I feel that it's my job to serve the party, right? That's what I feel. That's what this role is, to serve the party, so we can do our job to engage the voters, because that's who the party serves, so we can, exact change. And so that's where the energy comes from. I expect to take 2 days off, actually, after the general election. But we have to do it. But I would say you guys are all over the place too, and you guys have been involved for years, and you guys do multiple things, and you're not only involved in the party, but you're involved in the union. You're an elected official, you're a mom, you have your art, your business. So we're all in the same boat. It's because we care.
Well, we care about the people. We care about the dignity of life.
Yes.
And you're hearing it live here at Life, Love, and the Grind. You're going to hear it every week. We're going to thank Cynthia for coming on. I know you got a room full of people that you're going to have to mingle with. But we're excited about tonight. If you're not registered to be a Democrat, go get registered tonight. Because if you're not, again, you're not seeing it. It's a packed house. It's a great event. I want to thank you, Cynthia, for all the work.
Thank you, guys.
All
right. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
We will be back shortly.
We'll be back. Brief intermission.